Why are you standing to the side?
You got to appear first, bro.
I gotta appear first. What kind of shit is this?
The pop out. What came out first? The pop out or the motherfucking video?
What?
Why didn't you tell me to start you ain't that?
I said that. I said I had to do this real quick.
But why would you?
Hold on, what?
I didn't think that was what you still had to do.
Yeah, no, I realized that. I saw the thing over here. I'm like, oh, shit. What the fuck? Actually, I think they can hear. I'm pretty sure they can hear.
Yeah, of course they can hear.
What's up, gang? I ain't playing the song, by the way.
I didn't feel like
this nigga wants me to pop out and he ain't even playing the song. That's crazy.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas.
What are we dancing to?
Music in our head.
That's insane. You look like Sway.
I'm K-Dot.
You look like Sway in the
I'm
morning.
K-Dot from the snippet.
Say something.
Something.
Oh. Marcus looks like Sway in the morning. You can admit that, guys. All right, what are we talking about? What's chat talking about? Oh, Professor Film Fan, what up? My boy made a stream. Who else we got? Is that it for right now? What's the sound like?
Hide the Bible of God watching.
What's the sound looking like? This is not a Bible, sir. This Perp said, "Wow."
Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching.
He wanted to do that so much. I feel like he set this whole thing up just so he could do that one thing. We can admit that Marcus looks like Sway in the morning.
Nope.
That looks like a turban you're wearing on your head.
That's crazy that you flaming me right now.
We almost had you wear a wife beater under a jacket and crip walk in the living room like Whitney.
I got some cinder blocks out back and some gray sweats. I almost hit the.
That would have been an easy one.
Burpees to Isley Brothers on the way in here. You know what I mean?
That would have been an easy one. Shout out to William Moloch for the $2.
What up, William Moloch?
Well, stop doing too much. Marcus showing off his Halloween costume. Marcus Kendrick today. See, everybody realizes that you are Kendrick. Nobody realizes that I'm wearing the pop out.
That's why. That's why you flaming me.
This is just regular shit.
That's why you flaming me. That's crazy.
No, it's just regular. It looks like I'm wearing just regular shit. I wear this on the pod.
I mean, it is what he wore at the pop out. So it's regular shit.
Yeah,
it's the pop outfit.
Plus, I don't have a big ass, shiny ass, bin baller ass chain. My diamonds are not dancing. I don't have diamonds to begin with.
I got it's a little gold. It's from St. Patty's Day. It was Hazel's. She be chewing on it, but it's gold.
Yo, absolutely not. I could have wore my fake chain. My fake.
Got some gold beads over there. With some gold beads.
Some gold beads?
Yeah,
no.
Some beads.
Nigga trying to put some Jerry beads on me. That's crazy. No, I'm not like acknowledge me. I'm cool. I'm chilling. But there is a reason I felt like we had to do this. There was somebody in the comments or somewhere that said y'all doing too much for Kendrick.
Now this is too much.
And so when he called me and had this idea, I was like, yes, we're absolutely doing this. We're doing it.
You thought that was too much? Buckle in, buddy.
Facts. Well, get some cubics at least. Nah, bro. I don't got cubic money either. How about that? Tell who's the CEO of YouTube? Tell them to up the check. You know what I mean?
Yeah, our 45% ain't stretching on like that.
You feel me? But nah, yeah, I'm pop out Kendrick, and he is
Sway in the morning. Looking for the broccoli, got meat, nigga on my seat.
I actually have the hopscotch Kendrick outfit ready too, but then like
that would have been any more recognizable.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't have. But you said do pop out, and I was all right, I'll do pop out. Either way, I mean, I have a gray suit, but it's not.
You wore a white thermal and some gray sweats.
Yeah, no, those gray sweats are super baggy. dumb baggy. They belong on a 400-pound person. Crazy. Anyway,
Holy shit. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better never go to cell block 1. See any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. You got that? You remember this? Did they break this down for you? What? Just make sure you hide your little sister from him. No? Well, come on, man. Have a seat. Have a seat. We got some stuff to break down. Y'all know what we starting with. Gotta start with the all of the little Easter eggs from the video, at least the ones that I've been able to pick up so far.
yikes.
So this shit, right? When he was doing this in the video, to any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. So apparently Drake had did some.
W's and L's, the weekly W's and L's, the weekly recap show where we give a dub to the things that we like and an L to the things that we don't. All right, first dub. Go ahead. It's all on you.
Oh, the Not Like Us video.
Yeah,
Absolutely, man. Y'all thought we was going back in the house? Not likely.
No,
Not likely.
not at all. Actually,
No time soon.
not this summer.
Just go ahead and be annoyed if you're annoyed.
By the way, if you're tuning into the W's and L's, I'm Pop Out and he's Show Niggas. No, go ahead.
But yeah, no, the figure thing. So he did some TikTok with a little girl.
I did actually see this.
Who knows? But we need to find out who little sister that it was, because he was in the TikTok with her doing a little dance or whatever, something like.
But
this.
Isn't this the
like this?
I'm with my friend, we be vibing.
Yeah, that's what he was doing.
Yeah.
So that's what he was in the video. He hit that shit. Then also, if y'all remember from push-ups, I know my picture on the wall when y'all cook up.
Yeah,
you see the picture on the wall, turn around. Yeah, okay. The shipping container joints.
Yeah, he be shipping.
Right. But also he's a trafficker because he's a.
Well, that's what I meant. Like, he be shipping.
But so you didn't hear the other with Mel.
Melissa Ford.
Mel thought was.
Yeah, she said.
He exporting black culture.
Yeah.
Man, they just hit him over the head. Keep hitting him over the head. Keep hitting. Also, one that I found, another one, the nigga knock in the beginning.
Saw that. Yeah.
Right. So that was, a tune that went along with the minstrel show,
mm-hmm.
where they got to cosplay as the rich folk in the town, kind of keeping with the town folks used to around for to make them richer. Damn, for 24, you got that same agenda.
Yep.
Right. And then also that little shit where they all got in the line and they ran out.
That was part of the minstrel show.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Let's keep smacking this nigga over the head.
Yeah.
Keep hitting.
Then obviously the hopscotch reference. Pretty simple on that one. The Brandon T. Jackson appearance.
Damn, yeah. Where the fuck did Brandon T. Jackson come from?
So there was two girls next to him in the video. I guess one of them tweeted and was like, "Yeah, this nigga was pushing us out the way to get his little moment of shine."
He said, "Oh, I'm gonna make it in this video." He was right there, front and center. Though.
That nigga said, "I'm broke." Okay.
Whitney dancing on his grave on the way out.
Oh, that was such a great thing.
Doesn't matter, and the truth doesn't matter. It was guys playing to show y'all the light.
It was such a great thing to see. The day before, everybody sees the still of it, and they're like, "Oh, she looks uncomfortable. She looks like she doesn't want to be there."
Shit, okay.
Then literally in the thing, she's smiling, having a good ass time.
I hate to interject a L into this glorious victory lap that we
I got an L.
But Lord have mercy, Tia Kemp, man. And I like her too, man. She's so funny. The lemon pepper stepper herself, man. I like her.
I haven't seen much from her. Everything I've seen has been kind of like, ugh.
But the Drake meat riding is gonna get me. You gotta read the room, sister. Like, I understand. You may be a Drake fan. You might have busted open for Drake. Who knows? All I'm saying is, at this current moment, he's kind of like persona non grata, right? Like, you can be a Drake fan, but just you kind of wear that silently at the moment because he's getting drugged through the mud.
Yes,
right. And it's not even like debatable on whether or not he winning or losing. So like you hopping on your live telling people, oh, if you like Not Like Us, you don't fuck with us. Then okay, well, I don't know who us is, but that must be a lonely group over there. It must be a very lonely group over there.
Facts. Oh, here go Marte. Cassie had plenty of fun on camera with Diddy. Okay. All right. We're not doing that.
Hey, We don't need your negativity in here. Okay? It's a victory lap. We don't need that shit right now.
Okay, my L for the Not Like Us entire situation is the people on Twitter talking about, oh my gosh, it's enough. I'm so tired of hearing Not Like Us. Turn it off.
No, you're not.
Damn.
Because if you're hearing it that much, that means you're listening to it.
You know what I mean? Turn the
change
radio
the-
off
yeah,
if you
change-
really actually hate the song that much.
Change the station.
I swear to God, I had to hear back to back all fucking summer.
Skip the song, like Phil. It is never bothering you that enough that you got to get on the internet. and
You
tell
know what I
people how much
mean?
you
Crying about it.
because you listening to it.
Like, bruh.
No, what you hate is that we're still dragging Drake, and that bounce back that y'all keep telling me is about to happen hasn't happened.
Yeah, he didn't had a couple of moments where he was supposed to be back, and
That's what they really mad about. They're mad that the moment is living, and it seems like there's no end in sight. Like again, the moment has transcended the beef.
you know,
So-
it's funny.
So it's like there's no feasible way for him to get away from this. He'll wear this for the rest of his career. He has to.
You know, what's funny is people keep telling me that, oh, Drake is the reason for Kendrick finally getting some relevancy. Hey,
crazy as hell.
Camila Cabello had 2 songs with Drake on her album. One of them didn't chart at all. The other one's like 60 something out of
Can
100.
I just
So
point
like,
out how nuts it is that everybody calling you a cosplay black person, a colonizer, and you got 2 tracks with the girl who called sis a nappy headed Negro or something like that.
it starts with the N. What's her name? I keep thinking of Normani. I keep thinking of Naturi Naughton.
Yeah, called her a nappy headed Negro.
Yeah.
That's who you linking up with? Blackface? Lord have mercy.
Sheesh.
Like, god damn. I thought he maybe he was opening up his mind when he was doing the whole photo op at the family reunion and shit.
Mhm.
And he was with Adonis and his pops on Father's Day or whatever, taking photos and shit.
No.
No.
Mhm.
We just gonna head first into everything that they say about us still.
Yeah.
Everything.
Now, don't get me wrong. I do think Drake will have a moment where he actually catches one, but y'all got to stop bringing up these moments with Camila Cabello and Wagwan Delilah as these are going to be the moments that are going to be.
Catches a moment? Like,
I feel like he is going to make
in the game.
When he drops his single for his album, it'll be a good song. It'll be the hit that everybody's been looking for.
Yeah, okay, but
even then, I mean, it won't be what it used to be. The whole situation won't be what it used to be.
If that the whole because part of what we pay legends or people who are seen as legendary is there's always like a buffer that you pay to guys that have done it for a long period of time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There's always this bit of bias that you attribute to greats, right? Like there's a bump. There was a bump for LeBron. There's a bump for Kobe. There's a bump for Jordan. Some of that is just reputation,
Mm-hmm.
right? Well, if the reputation is gone, if it's tarnished to the point where you can no longer throw your throwaways out there and people will eat it up, okay, well then now you actually have to put out something good.
Yeah.
We've burned all his ghostwriters,
Mm-hmm.
right? So like, well, maybe not all of them because he still got the OVO sweatshop.
Yeah,
He still got
yeah.
Baca and the such, and
Party.
Chubbs and Party, right? He still got all them. But like the popular ones, right? Like, is Vori gonna be able to write for him again? Is Daylight ever going to want to write, or is he ever going to want Daylight to write for him again? We already know Quentin Miller is burned.
Quentin Miller's not. Yachty might
be able to use Yachty as much as he's been using Yachty.
And you know what I think about the Vori situation? I think Vori had that song, and Drake just probably bought it from him.
Fam, I am learning so much about Drake. You're telling me that most of Take Care was half of Weeknd's album? It was made by Weeknd?
Oh yeah, he put hella work in for Take Care.
No. You mean he took half of Weeknd's album and that is Take Care?
Yeah.
And we know it. Yo, fam, get this guy out of here. Because now some of the stuff that y'all are telling me is his classic work is other people's work, literally. Like not just inspiration. He helped me write. No. I snatched the nigga's album and told him it was luck. He'd be lucky to be featured on these joints because I'm Drake and he's small, right? Convinced him that, me taking your music is better for you in the long run. That's the greatness that y'all talking about. That's the GOAT status. Y'all, no. Y'all can take that. Y'all can have that. So again, now if the reputation is gone, what are we left with? You got to come with something empirical. You got to come with something that's actually heat from
Now,
you.
see, I don't.
Something true, something authentic, which we
Uh,
know he can't get to.
Yeah, I don't trust that an album that comes from him is going to suffice. I do believe he'll come out with a hit for the album that will, though. That's
So
I guess the difference.
what are we talking about? Jimmy Cooks on You Know What? Never mind. That what we talking about?
Basically,
That ain't gonna do it. That's not
or
gonna do
or
it.
for a
If
first
he
person
does that-
shooter
if he
on For
does
All the
that again,
Dogs.
if he does either one of those again, it's bad news. People took For All the Dogs and they took You Know What? Never mind. Because again, we had the Drake bump. We have that. Oh, when he'll get it back. It'll come back. He'll make some more. It'll happen. It'll. Okay. Well, now that the it'll's gone, because it's definitely gone. What are we gonna do?
Well, see, my whole thing is he's been declining in album quality since Views, pretty much. For me, now he still makes hits from time to time, but like the albums have always been garbage since Views for me. So like, I don't think he has that ability, and so if that's what we're looking for, I don't think we're gonna get that.
Man, I don't know.
I don't
what
trust in him
Drake
at all
looks
album
like.
wise.
I'm telling you, I already predicted where I think we go from here. I think Drake becomes an actor full time. I think we go back to our Degrassi days. We maybe get into a relationship with a woman of our own age for a while.
I
to kinda
would
take this
see
pedo
that
smoke off of
happening.
us.
I would see that happening. I would completely agree with that. If he wasn't under a undisclosed 360 deal with Lucian, where he probably has to put out another
But you know
album.
what though? I feel like even Lucian would understand where Drake is at right now, and he won't mule him into oblivion. I think the deal that they had with Drake was so sweet that they won't risk annihilating it. Like, yeah, maybe bad for the moment. Maybe we have to fall back. Maybe he isn't the biggest star for the next 5 years, but there's going to be a plan for re-entry because this is the long game, guy. This is it right here. We're 400 million leveraged into him.
Yeah.
Right. So, like, as much as he's a slave to that deal, they're low-key a slave to it too because they have to juice him. They have to work.
Yeah, no, if Lucian was smart, he would loosen up the contract and say, all right, maybe you don't have to put out an album every year. Maybe we can hold off on this year.
Like, man, if he's back,
but they're contract terms.
If he's going to be giving us more of what he's given us in the last 4 years in terms of productivity, so we going on tour 2 or 3 times a year. Ooh, he can't keep up with that pace, y'all. He can't keep up with that pace. Again, the people who are helping him keep up with that pace have been burned. So now anything that even sound like Yachty, oh man, here we go. Anything that even sound like Party Next Door, here we go. Anything that even sound like Daylight or any of them other niggas that we found out wrote a lot of his stuff.
So Marte asked, is the reputation gone or are folk just having fun watching him get shit on?
I think it's a little bit of both.
I do. I
but
agree.
If that persists that long, that becomes your reputation.
Right?
Like people care more about what's flagrant. They care more about what's loud than they do about what's true. In this case, I think there's a happy marriage. There's what's true, which is Drake didn't write a lot of his shit. Yeah. And then there is also the people enjoy dancing on his grave because he's one of the biggest stars we've seen.
I think if you continue putting out mediocre output, you're going to make it very easy for people to continue shitting on you the way they've been doing, right? If you believe that people have been waiting for this moment just to shit on Drake, you're going to make it way easier to continue doing that by putting out shitty music.
Bad music, yeah, for sure.
So you like literally have to make something that's of quality that people can't deny.
Agreed.
I think that's pretty much it. Marcus dressed like Moon Knight. Oh shit. That's funny. That's funny.
Oh man. Certified boogie, man. I don't know when I know let's go with him. Walking down whole time. I know he got some hoe in him. Follow him. It's store shit bully to follow him. Say Drake. I hear like a young.
I hear like
you better never go to Cell Block 1. Niggas that talk to him and they in love. Just make sure you hide your little sister from him.
I'm hearing Chaz the only one that get your hand down.
Party in a party playing with his nose now.
And Micah got a weird case.
Why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified pedophile.
What? What?
without papers. All right, here we go. Let's start out with the L's. Yeah, let's go there. All right. First L I got is going out to Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
I had almost forgotten that Hulk Hogan was a racist.
Facts.
I had almost forgotten that Hulk Hogan was a racist, yo. So Hulk Hogan has a brand of beer which won't be named here. If you care that much, you can look it up.
That shit look like trash anyway.
Had a fan event where I guess he was signing cases of beer or taking pictures with cases of beer, something beer related with Hulk Hogan. Turns out Hulk Hogan, probably his company, his PR or whatever, hired some brand ambassadors, some attractive women to help sell the beer. One of them was black. He found out that day. The next day, her contract was terminated.
They weren't both black.
At least I know one of them was black for sure. I don't know about the other chick.
I feel like I seen somebody pushing the cart and she was black too.
I can't.
She might have been like. She might have been light skin. I just thought she was
the lady who got fired was absolutely
she
black.
was definitely black and attractive.
God damn, Hulkster. I thought when you were ranting about your husband's girlfriend or your husband. Wow, your son's girlfriend or ex-girlfriend. I don't know what they are at this point. Calling her a nigger and how mad you were that she was, his partner or whatever, that he was dating a black girl, and you got caught on the recording. I thought that was a mistake. I thought that wasn't who you were, Hulkster. What are you gonna do, brother? When all the rainbow-haired lefties get a hold of this footage, brother, and then they boycott your beer, brother. What are you gonna do, brother? When no one wants your shitty beer on their stands, brother, because you're a racist, brother. What are you gonna do? Fuck off.
Hey, brother. I don't know about this, brother. You've got this black girl, and I've got to serve beer to these millions and millions and millions of Hulkamaniacs out there.
The Hulkamaniacs are white. They're lily white. They're Charmin white.
Make Hulkamania great again, brother.
Yeah, man. What a disappointment. Anyways, let's move on to Nick Wright. Let's get my next L. Okay. So there have been a lot of
his daughter. Oh, sorry. His daughter was dating a black guy. That's what it was.
His daughter was dating a black guy. I thought his son was dating a black woman.
It was Brooke Hogan's boyfriend.
Ah, okay.
Shout out Will T and Chillmonger.
Damn, just threw me off. Who we talking about? Nick Wright. Yeah. Okay. So there have been a lot of propagandists, I'll call them, who have really kind of shielded a lot of the things that have been going on with the Lakers. Kind of giving it the gloss over or hey, this somehow, even though it's exactly what LeBron James would want it's not his fault. It's the front office's fault, and they're stupid and they can't do anything, and they're a dysfunctional organization. Kind of like what we were hearing the year before they got LeBron James, when it was Magic Johnson and Pelinka running it together. So kind of the same age-old story with the Lakers. If we're not winning championships, then we're the most dysfunctional franchise in the league.
Yeah.
Right. But where it is kind of poignant now is that it is working directly for one player on the Lakers' interest and against the greater organization. So what I'm talking about is Nick Wright of a show that you probably don't watch anymore, but is still on TV for some reason. On FS1 is now starting to blow the horn of what does Rob Pelinka do? Why is he the general manager? What does he actually do? What evidence do we have that he's good at his job? Just a bunch of scathing attention to Rob Pelinka for not landing anybody, any notable free agents or getting any trades done. Not asking the question of, well, why are all these free agents, all of these different grown-ass men from different corners of the country, all in unison rebuking not only the Lakers organization, but the all-time greats that they have on the roster. They have LeBron and they have Anthony Davis. Why wouldn't a free agent want to come and play with LeBron and Anthony Davis? Well, that's not the question that Nick Wright wants to ask. Nick Wright is like, oh, well, why isn't Rob Pelinka able to manipulate or force any of these free agents to come to the Lakers, right? Okay. Same Nick Wright, who last summer, when the Lakers put together their roster that they went into 2023 with, is on wax saying how great of a roster it was and how good of a GM Rob Pelinka was and blah, 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 blah. When the GM was out there getting the guys that he wanted, when we was getting Christian Wood, when we went and got D'Angelo, when we went and got who else did we get? Jared Vanderbilt. When we went out and got Gabe Vincent. When we went out and got who else did we sign? Cam Reddish. Right when the GM was cooking.
Stop calling him legit.
When the GM was cooking, Nick Wright was a
Well, no, to be fair, Nick Wright has always done that for LeBron.
But fam, I don't think like literally beginning of 2023, the words Rob Pelinka did a great job out of his mouth. Off season 2024, what does Rob Pelinka actually do? Since when do these guys not even like check with the producers and be like, hey yo, have I said anything like this before? like I'm getting ready to make a really hard line stance on somebody. Give me back like my last 5 takes on Rob Pelinka so I can at least have my brain straight. Like you have teams of people to research, to put information in your ear as you are literally speaking. How is it that you are this like blatantly trash? Like this nakedly biased in your takes? Well, it's for millions of dollars.
Well, yeah, no. The whole thing is focused on
$1, and I can do better than that.
The whole thing is focused on what can I say to make this the title of this YouTube video or this headline on ESPN to sound, or not, I guess for FS1 to sound the craziest, right? And it doesn't matter what I said last year, right? All that matters is what I'm saying now to get you to watch.
Oh my God. And then like, okay, so who else is going to be embarrassed while we're going through this thing? Like now the official word is, first of all, Bronny got a 4-year deal, 3 years guaranteed, $7 million. $3 million 3 years guaranteed.
Look at Bron.
3 years guaranteed for the 55th pick overall.
Putting on for his son.
And then not even that. Do you understand that since they got him, signed him to 3 years guaranteed, and LeBron took the max, that now that they're under that like that second apron horse shit, fam, as long as we're under the second apron, all of our first round picks are done. We don't get any of our we sacrifice them all. The tax is crazy. We don't get a mid-level exception. So Rob Pelinka is so trash that he can't make any of the number of free agents who don't want to play with LeBron. And then also he's supposed to field a team competitively, and he doesn't even have a mid-level exception because LeBron is taking the max at 40 years old. Oh, and his son is getting 3 years instead of a standard 2 for a late second round pick. He ain't let us save no fucking money. Since we couldn't strong arm Klay Thompson, even though you got on the phone and talked to him for an hour, begging him to come, and he still didn't come. Now you're going to take max money? The Lakers are going to be awful this year. They're going to be bad.
And they're not going to get that third person.
They can't afford it. We're in the second apron already, and we got Bronny James.
Yeah, but Bronny put up what, 16?
Shut up. No. Put up 4 in college, off the bench, off the pine. He wasn't even the best bench player, y'all. He wasn't even the best bench player. I'm not going to do this again. Everybody knows how ridiculous this is. Why we're caping for it so hard, I have no clue. Ryan Clark, I thought you was better than this, brother. I thought you got out of mainstream media, or you started the whole thing with the pivot so that you didn't have to put up bullshit ass takes like you saying right now about LeBron. It's greatness to see a kid flame out the NBA as soon as his dad get done because he had a nice moment, because everything about LeBron's career now is narrative pushing.
I didn't actually see Bronny's stat line.
Yeah, Femi averaged really 4 points a game. I told you. Thought I was playing.
2 for 9 from the field and 0 for 3 from 3.
You thought I was fucking playing.
And missed both free throws.
And don't give me, you talking about the summer league game.
In 21 minutes?
In the summer league game. Yeah, well, he's not good. Now Dalton Ketch is a beast. Dalton Ketch might actually look nice, but expect Dalton Ketch to get traded, to be trade bait for somebody who LeBron wants.
It's the first game.
No, he's not good. He's playing in the G League with a bunch of players who just got drafted, who all were better than him in the league he just came from.
12 points, 4 assists.
Who's that?
Dalton
Ketch. Yeah, no. Dalton Ketch is a monster.
First basket is a 3-pointer. Okay.
Dalton Ketch is a beast. But yeah, man. I yikes. Couldn't be me.
Mm.
Let's give it L out to the sitting president, Joe Beasy, so Joe Biden. I'm sure by now everybody's taking a peek at that Good Morning America interview with Stephanopoulos, where he chalks his debate performance up to just a bad night. We just had a bad night. Had a bad day. Had a bad debate.
I had a cough all night.
Had a cough. It was cold. The cold made my mouth stay open in between sentences and had me staring off into the distance.
My nose was stuffed up. I had to breathe through my mouth.
I know that I actually gazed off and forgot where we were at in this interview as well, but
I was on NyQuil.
I'm still recovering from a cold. I don't like making fun of old people for looking old, but then again, if you're gonna play in my face and tell me that everything that I'm seeing is right-wing propaganda, then I have no choice but to do this.
Plus, also, if you're going to run the country,
you just got the nuclear football dangling from your wrist. That's all. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Control a lot. It's just embarrassing to say the least. Wish that we didn't live in such a corrupt system that allowed to convince so many people that we only have two options and not demand that the other options of people running, at least, or the other parties or anybody who's not part of a major political party to have a chance to run. Because that is truly democracy, and what we have right now is not democracy. We have oligarchs controlling vast amounts of wealth and all of the people who are supposedly running the government. So that's what you get. You get a dinosaur falling asleep with his eyes open during the debate.
Literally a senile octogenarian and a felon.
Yep.
Is literally a turd sandwich and a giant douche.
Yep. This is America. All right. Moving on from Sleepy Joe. Oh, we should have been talking about this like 2 weeks ago, bro. Didn't even know it was going on. Did you know UMG is suing the AI company?
Yeah.
Made BBL jersey on.
Mm-hmm.
At first, I thought they were suing Avocado Poppy. I was about to be like, "Yo, that's some lame ass shit."
Nah, they're suing
the company that he used that made it. Like,
I don't even understand how that even works, considering you're suing them because the music that they use to train the AI.
That's gonna be
They didn't make copyrighted music though.
Where most of the law is still undefined, it's either going to be a landmark case or you're going to get laughed out of court because nobody even understands what you're trying to say. Nobody gets it. They're going to be like, okay, so show us in BBL jersey where it is exactly like the songs you're claiming that they used, and when you can't do that, you're going to struggle to convince them that it was integral to making it because they're not engineers, they're not coders. They don't even deal with music all that well to be able to parse through what it is you're trying to argue. They're going to get laughed out of court.
Here's the immediate argument against that. What is the difference between an AI system being trained by tons of music, Motown music, for example, and an artist being inspired their entire lives by Motown music?
So it's copyright infringement when a computer does it, but if it's a human being, then it's not.
Then, for example, that
struggle to define that in court.
The Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars album, copyright. What are we doing?
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, a lot of loser energy coming from that camp. Of course, why not? We were at a all white party while Kendrick was dropping the most popular music video we've seen in a decade. First of all, let me put in a side L to academics who found the opportunity to talk about Glorilla and Meg Thee Stallion like they were prostitutes, basically, at the white party.
Well, so I still didn't see
it. Yeah.
They were at the white party, though.
He was tripping. I don't know when Buddy is gonna learn his lesson.
Fuck that nigga.
Somebody gonna give him that energy back eventually.
Shout out to Marte for getting that South Park reference that I made. Shout out to William Moloch. I think we'll talk about that thing. If we don't, I'll throw it in as an L. But continue with your.
Cool. Where we at? All right, I think that's all my L's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all right. So on to my dubs. Positive energy. Shout out to newest Michigan recruit, Georgia edge rusher. Oh yeah, we headed down to SEC country to pull this one. Had a Bama offer. Had a Georgia offer. Nah. We not doing that. We going up to Big Blue. Mr. Julius Holly. 4-star. Like the class is coming together, especially since I didn't have to get too bent out of shape when it wasn't looking great early, back in March or whenever people were raising up their trophies or whatever. But yeah, now we are inside the top 15, hovering on the top 10, as if we needed that anyways to be successful, but it definitely helps. Definitely helps.
It feels good to get some good recruits, doesn't it?
Hey man, that's fine. It is what it is. You want to come ball with the champs? Come ball with the champs.
Right.
If not, it is what it is.
I'm just saying.
It is what it is.
Shout out to Connoisseurs Triple Salute in chat.
So now this next dub, just hear me out. Stick with me for a second, okay? I have very, very rarely ever given out any type of recognition positively towards the slave catchers turned civil servants that are the police, right? Yeah. Anywhere, especially here in my hometown, because it's just not a whole lot.
Yeah, Columbus police.
Yes, they're cheer for
bullshit.
But there were some officers on the Las Vegas Strip from the Vegas PD who did the Lord's work. Did you see
they hit the Bible?
They beat somebody's ass and hit the Bible for sure. So it was a Kick streamer of all things. Guess people are still using Kick,
unfortunately.
And they were on the strip right outside the Cromwell. If you're familiar with Vegas, they have those connectors that have the escalators going up and down, the little bridges. So the one walking in on the I don't even know. I guess the left side of the Cromwell, the one that's not connected to the Flamingo. They were right there on the bridge. There was a couple. They were kissing or whatever. Streamer walks up, puts the can right in their face, start yelling at them, telling them they're stupid or whatever, get a room, what have you, right? Gets hella close though. So the girl knocks the camera out his face, and Buddy hands off the camera and reaches for the strap, right?
The streamer?
Yes. On stream.
What the fuck?
On stream.
Okay.
So he's like literally standing there in the middle of the bridge, blick out. She gives the camera back to him. He's holding it. He turns the camera back towards his hand so that you can see it. Abra and Preach were reviewing the video. They said they could hear him rack around. I don't know that to be the case. I didn't follow up on the case to see if he had one in the head or not. But they said that they heard it. But even just the fact that he was out there waving the shit around on some shit that he started is enough.
Yeah, you're harassing people.
Comes to find out that wasn't even on. In the midst of that scrum, that back and forth where he's waving a gun around, threatening to shoot them and shit, he pepper sprayed them. So the minute that they started approaching him and smacked his camera out of his hand, his buddy pepper sprayed him.
Jesus Christ.
Right? So not only did you start this shit, not only did you run and grab a weapon the minute that you found some opposition, but your homeboy didn't want no smoke so much that he pepper sprayed him to keep him back while you're talking shit on stream. So now a few minutes run by, some civilians try to interrupt them and split the whole thing up. Now he turned into the civilian like, oh, you want some too? You want some too? Like he big shit now. He got to be high or drunk or some shit. He high off his horse. He probably just got his gun. He wanted to show it off, whatever.
Yeah.
Plus he's on stream, so he's got to put on the show, right? So then that same pedestrian that he told, oh, you want some too, and threatened to shoot him. He said, oh, what? I got something for your ass. And as they're going down the escalators, there come 3 or 4 the yellow bike cops or whatever, and they walking up on he telling the stream, hey, act like nothing happened, act like nothing's wrong. Immediately swarm him, throw his ass down on the escalator. His friend turned straight bitch. Oh my God, no, please don't hurt me, sir. I'm not resisting, sir.
We're streaming.
Yeah, both of them on the ground, handcuffs, probably in jail. I don't imagine that they will let them out either because of probably what they watched on the camera.
I was about to say, yeah, once you see what happened, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Question.
You better never go to Cell Block 1.
The streamer was white.
Or Latino, one of those.
Okay. The couple.
Some sort of brown.
but not black.
No.
Okay. Okay.
The pedestrian that was trying to break it up and then got threatened with the gun was a black man.
Okay.
That was a black man.
Okay. So somebody who felt high and mighty because of the privilege afforded to them.
I don't even know if that. Yeah, maybe. Sure. I just think he was being stupid on stream. I think a lot of these guys need to get the same thing happen to them. This reminds me of the dude that got shot at the airport, or not the airport, or the store, at that department store. We was fucking with that old dude, and dude pulled the gun out and shot him in the leg.
Yeah.
Same shit. Like, bro, what's wrong with you? Or the dude that did get beat up, the black dude that got beat up in the airport by that old white man.
Mm-hmm.
He like grabbed him by his hair and wouldn't let him go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pam, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Bullshitting.
Oh, okay. Last dub I got is going out to the University of Oregon. Oh, yeah. We have new offseason champs, baby.
No, we don't.
We got new offseason champs.
No, we don't.
Yes, sir. The Oregon Ducks, they cooking up. They got the
Take your Michigan dub. Take your Michigan dub.
Got the panties in the
Take
bunch.
your Michigan dub. Why are you doing this?
I love the fact that
I don't like this.
Phil Knight and Dan Lanning and the boys got y'all on such a
I don't like this one bit.
Me, I don't give a shit about Oregon because I know when we actually get on the field with a duck, we're going to run them over.
No, this is the problem.
We're going to hold them down, and we are going to take their manhood for 4 quarters, and they're going to wish that they never came to the Big Ten when we're done with them. That's a level of confidence. No matter how many 5-stars they sign, we're going to destroy them. But y'all so afraid of them in your recruiting classes. It's cute. It's funny, and I love
I'm nothing
that
to be
they're
afraid
doing
of.
this to y'all.
But here's the problem. Here's the problem. Michigan and Ohio State, when not going head to head, used to use Michigan State to be like, you couldn't even beat Michigan State.
Sure,
okay,
yeah.
Michigan State became shitty. Then it became Penn State. Then Penn State couldn't beat neither one of us. Now we're going to use Oregon as like this. You couldn't beat Oregon.
No. Hear me, clear me. Hear me, clear me. If y'all niggas fear me, just say y'all fear me. Okay. We are going to dominate the Big Ten. There is no team in this league such as Big Blue. And we're going to prove that this year after losing 13 players to the draft, after losing an entire coaching staff almost, after losing an entire offense almost. Right?
That's a lot.
We are going to prove to this conference that we own it and that we run this shit.
I'm taking my bias out of it. That's a lot to say. That's a tall order.
Nigga, ain't no Big Three. It's just Big Me. Period.
That's a tall order.
Fuck Oregon, Ohio State, USC, Penn State. Come on. Definitely Washington. If you talk about a program that's not the same anymore, look at the Washington Huskies. Okay. Y'all want some of that 8-3, 8-4, 9-3 action. Go talk to a Husky. Talk to a Cornhusker. You want some of that 12-0, 11-1? Come talk to your boys in Ann Arbor.
Okay, well, we'll see that really quickly because y'all got Texas.
We got Texas week 2, and when we move them off the ball, everybody's on notice because all I've been hearing all off season, from y'all all off season, or not y'all specifically, but the college football world is that Texas is this, Texas is that. What are they going to be able to do against Texas? Are they going to be able to throw the ball versus Texas? Texas. They're not going to be able to just run the ball against Texas. When we move Texas off the ball, and by the 4th quarter, they've crumbled and they look like Penn State, I want my bread. FanDuel, pay up, okay? Josh Pate, you come correct and you apologize for your words just like you've had to do each of the last 3 seasons when you said somebody else was going to win the Big Ten and somebody else was going to win the national championship like last year. Okay? Come correct. Talk to me nice.
Shout out Marte.
Ain't no sharing.
Marte, you a real one.
What'd he say?
Michigan going to win 8 games. That's it.
Bet. Put $1 on it. Put $1 on it. So you can cash out me my dollar while we on stream. Yeah, that's it for my dubs and also.
All right, William Moloch. I added your L because that is worthy, and I didn't think about it. I forgot about it.
What are we talking about?
You'll see what we get.
Woke up looking for the black feet. Keep my horn right under my seat.
Speaking of L's,
got a black feet. Yeah, pop out, hop out of my feet.
Speaking of L's, I only have L's. Well, I had a dub, which was the Not Like Us video. But I only have L's now. So deal with it. I'm a hater.
And let me tell you, I'm the biggest hater.
All right. First L. You gave an L to Joe Biden, Joe Beasy.
So be easy.
I'm going to give an L to his Madam VP, Kamala Harris.
I've been out in these streets, and let me tell you, they are
Fam,
not like us.
I've been out in these streets. What the fuck are you talking
I've
about?
been out in these streets, and let me tell you,
As
they
a
are not like
VP,
us.
those words should never come out of your mouth. I've been out in
I've
these
been out in these streets is crazy.
No, no, no.
I've been out. No, it's just the fact of what makes me laugh is because that's how she thinks she's supposed to talk when she's connecting to black people.
She only ever talks like that when in front of black
I've
people.
been out. You are the vice president of the United States. Okay, people take pride in the fact that you have a high position, that you are a woman of status, not that you can act black or pretend to be a black person whenever you need to be. Talk about bacon in your greens and all this other.
If you don't get some fucking
and
professionalism,
I've been in the streets. Is that what you think I want to hear from the vice
that
president?
is insulting.
I've been in these streets. Bye, bird. Bye, birdie. That's why ain't nobody trying to push you into the White House right now. If you was worth half your salt, right, there would be a big enough contingency. I'm not saying all of white America would be behind you, or that even you'd have the largest contingency in the White House behind you. But there would be somebody with a soul and a set of eyes that will say, hey, maybe we should take this Kamala route. But absolutely no one in the mainstream media, in politics, in Congress, anywhere is saying, hey, let's go round up Kamala and let's get her going. Let's put her in the seat. Even the people who are most hardened about Joe Biden being replaced won't utter the words Kamala Harris. And you did all of it. You could have beaten Joe Biden. That is what is so terrible about this entire thing. We were covering politics at the time.
We were.
We covered the debates. Joe Biden hadn't won a single primary. He hadn't won a single contest. He wasn't voted to win. He hadn't polled favorably in any of the debates.
But she dropped that. I was that little girl bar.
She dropped that and dropped a leg on his ass.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, she drops out. Klobuchar drops out.
Buttigieg.
Gillibrand, Cory Booker. Everybody drops out because Obama said so. And we said, oh, well, it's going to be Joe. Now your ass in a fucking pickle with an invalid, and he can't do nothing about it, and y'all can't do nothing about it. You can't pull him this late because then it'll look weak. You don't have a stronger option. Maybe Gavin Newsom, but is it really that? I mean, Gavin Newsom almost got recalled in his own state. But you know,
gang, I swear to God, if I tune into the BET Awards, the only one saying I've been out here in these streets better be fucking Lil Baby. I'm not fucking with this pander posse bullshit. Biden and Kamala need to fucking stop with that shit. It's insulting.
And let me tell you, they are not like us. Who's us?
Not you.
Who's us?
Fucking op ass, fed ass, yeah. All right. My next L. Funny enough, I gave this person a dub like 2 weeks ago. Because I felt like, all right, you got your little moment. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? You did your little thing, you got your moment. And sure enough, soon enough, it's going to fade out. This person, we talk about Kendrick milking something. This person is trying to milk everything out of this little thing. I'm talking about none other than the Hawk Tuah girl.
Dog.
Bruh.
I think I watched a preview for a documentary.
Yes.
This girl.
Yes. Why? I don't care about you being from a small town in Tennessee. I don't give a fuck. You said Hawk Tuah one time. You do not deserve a documentary. I do not. I promise you, I do not care.
Oh my God.
She went on some interview talking about, yeah, I got a manager and we're gonna do something like a podcast.
I'm not mad at her. Her phone
no,
is going off the hook. Her DMs is popping with people trying to throw money at her.
Take
it while you have their attention.
I'm not mad at capitalizing on it.
Take it.
But first of all, if she does a podcast, she needs to know that her 15 minutes is not going to extend because of her stupid little fucking podcast. I hope she gets whatever bread.
As she stops talking about fellatio, I think it's going to get pretty dry. I think it's going to get pretty dry.
Um, but yeah. But
That one wasn't even on purpose.
like if you do it like a little podcast or you do a YouTube channel, cool, whatever. You can have that. I don't give a fuck about some TikTok documentary that you're doing. I swear to God, I don't. No. Whoever your team is, fire them. I don't give a
I'm
fuck.
trying to figure out how they convinced the people around her town to talk about this. So yeah, she was down in Nashville on Broad Street talking about sucking dick. What do you think? What are your thoughts, Grandpa? What are your thoughts?
Like, fam, you are not that famous. You didn't do something great. You said hot
Two.
two and spit on that thing.
You know what I mean?
If you want to be on the stage for that country singer, that all makes sense. A documentary, get the fuck out of here. I don't care.
Talent. She may have a talent.
Her talent is Hawk 2 spit on that thing. So if I see a video, it better not be a documentary. I swear to God.
I'm not gonna lie. I was definitely leaning towards OnlyFans. I thought
that makes a lot more sense.
That's where we're going.
If I see a video, it better not be a documentary. It better be you proving that Hawk 2.
Anywho,
I don't really want to see that either because she's not that attractive. I don't see what people see.
It's very normal, very ordinary.
The person I was talking about was
Yeah.
That's who I was talking
That
about.
could have been Hawk too.
The fact that it took me 2 weeks to finally tell you that is insane, but yeah, that's the person who I was talking about. All right. I'm gonna loop these two L's into one because I don't really care about either one of these stories, but they're both ultimately L's. They're both really, really L's. And Falls from Grace. One I care about more than the other, but I'll talk about the first one. Antonio Brown is apparently going bankrupt.
Oh, surprise.
Not really a surprise.
The guy's not actually a genius, and all of his erratic behavior is probably leading to some pretty bad long-term effects.
Yeah.
Who could have called that?
Yeah. The thing that I care more about is fuck Ryan Garcia and fuck his stupid ass apology on Twitter. I don't care nothing about you being on drugs or alcohol. You said what you said.
Ryan Garcia has been expelled from the WBC, so now we really don't have to pay attention to him ever again. Be gone, brother.
Sure.
Be gone. Take you.
Good riddance.
You and your
happy
dope,
trails.
And be gone. Your
happy fucking trails.
Whatever the hell you was on when you fought Devin Haney.
Happy fucking trails.
Happy trails. Yep.
Before I go get Gervonta Davis to show you it was really good. Okay. That's pretty quick. I'm going to give an L to Gucci Mane.
Put them pounds in the trash can. Gucci do the dishes. Don't nobody fuck with her kitchen.
I fuck with Gucci Mane, man. This is not me hating on Gucci Mane at all. But he did something that I feel fucked up about. So if you've looked at his 1017 record label,
Brick Squad,
it's been depleting fast. He's had a lot of young artists.
Okay.
He's had
BRB, folks.
I'll continue when you come back. Is that how you exit the situation? You're just always doing that? I'm telling you, he looks like Sway in the morning. Definitely looks like Sway in the morning for sure. Where are we at? Where we at, people? What are we doing? What we got going on? I got 3 on it. It's crazy. I want the Hawk to a Tubi TV series. She finna do a track for Drake. Yikes. If Addison Rae can make money, so can Hawk Tuah. Hawk Tuah the musical. Okay. I'm glad I didn't look at this while y'all were saying this shit.
Hawk Tuah the musical.
What in the I'll beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching is going on here? It's crazy.
Do it again since he says.
This is not a Bible.
Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God's watching.
Jesus Christ. Anyway. All right. Gucci Mane has a record label, 1017 Brick Squad. He's got a lot of young people on there, or had a lot of young people on there. I don't know if you've heard recently, Love Enchanting has passed due to some kind of disease. One of the guys got shot and killed. Pooh Shiesty's in jail. I think there's another guy that's in jail. Like everybody who's on 1017 Brick Squad finds a terrible ending, unfortunately. And so right after Enchanting died, like 2 weeks ago, what does Gucci Mane decide to do? Pull up with a Twitter video talking about he'll pay somebody $2 million to join his record label. I just read the room, bro. Read the room. Like literally, one of your artists just passed away. I don't need you.
All right, next up.
Yeah. Like, first of all, no, because I don't want to see something similar to that. But I feel like just one of your people just passed. Have some decorum. Yeah, like chill out. So I don't know. I felt kind of fucked up about that. That was kind of weird. It's just very tone deaf considering what just happened. So gotta give an L out to Gucci. What's up? No, I did not. I can add.
You should probably piggyback on that one now. It's very, very relevant to what you're talking about.
Sure. So, see, I feel like I gave Ryan Garcia an L, but no, it's fuck Ryan Garcia.
Mm-hmm.
So in that same vein, fuck Adam 22. Yeah.
Like, damn, them views must be down. Like, if we not still living off the bounce back of you letting a porn star dig your wife out. We're not still living.
Well, his wife is a porn star as well.
Well, whatever.
I meant that in a that's the type of company he keeps. So,
or the reality show where you let other men compete to have sex with your wife.
Yeah.
Like,
no, he's
not still living off that. We now we got to go into
interview Pop Smoke's killer.
First of all, how is this interview happening? This is not. Am I not watching self snitching or what is going on here?
If I got the story correct me if I'm wrong. He was a minor, and so life for him was up to 18, and so now he's out, or something along those lines.
So then you brought this young man to come in here and talk about some shit that clearly he hasn't even really reconciled correctly. Because it's still something he's bragging about, you know what I mean? And essentially lining him up to risk his own life. Like, for what reason?
Yes.
For what? Like, not that anybody would be upset if something, unfortunate were to befell an unfortunate individual, but just the logic of what's happening here. Why anybody black it was fucking with him at all for any reason, I don't understand. Because his motive is so bare. It is so obvious. It's like, I just want you niggas to come on here and fight. Like, that's it. I'm gonna bring you in here in studio so you can argue with your op over a podcast microphone.
I'm making money off of Black death and trauma.
Or I'm gonna bring you in here to talk about your op. Or I'm gonna bring your op on here to talk about you. Like, damn.
Like the worst parts of Black society.
And the worst part, well, probably maybe the best part in this situation about this one is that I don't think that smoke is just going to be on Homeboy either. Like, it's not just going to be for him. You think that niggas is going to let you off the hook for platforming him?
Oh, no. No.
Yeah. Okay, you better stay out of New York for a little while, bro.
Well, luckily he stays in LA, I think.
Okay, well, we know how LA people are. They love New York.
Oh, sure.
You ain't safe in Manhattan or Uptown.
William Moloch says, didn't someone get shot dealing with Adam 22 already? I think so.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt
that
it.
Sounds familiar. I'm giving an L just to Rick Ross for how he's dealing with his loss in Vancouver.
I know MMA.
That whole situation, like,
I know MMA.
I don't think it should have happened. Again, if you're tired of Not Like Us,
you probably should have talked about it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think, again, if you don't like Not Like Us, just go somewhere, do something different.
No. The rabbit hole keeps getting
deeper. I promise.
Nigga Drake, bro. Okay, so I made the comment. I tweeted about it. Made the comment on the Pantheon stream on Thursday. I'll make it again here. So one of the white boy, the loudest white boy with the little man bun, right? Mm-hmm. In a pack of white boys, all that was calling the fat security guard a nigga. Well, turns out he's a member of Hell's Angels.
Yeah.
Racist biker group. Also, now I'm finding out that Drake wears a lot of their shit. Like, he has a lot of their like promotional shit, like their celebratory gear that they have. Like you can be a family member of a Hell's Angel or some shit like that. You can wear that type of shit.
Do you remember in the Family Matters video, there was like a fat white guy that he was talking to towards the end of it, and they were like in his backyard or some shit?
He's not.
They said he's connected somehow, though.
Yeah, he's not a member. But again, all of this other shit, like, yo, what does this man have going on? You're using biker groups that don't allow black members for protection?
Is that really surprising? Is that really surprising considering where his fan base is kind of gone? His fan base has gotten much more. It went from females or women to like
Incels?
fresh and fit incels to like it just keeps kind of transforming. I don't think it's all that of a shocker.
You think Drake has an alt-right turn in him?
He might need to.
He
Might
has
be.
an alt-right turn into him?
Depending on how bad it gets for him.
OVO Fest full of MAGA supporters is insanity.
Sure.
That shit would look crazy.
It would.
Trump showing up to OVO Fest.
Gross. Insane. Is that the last one I had? Oh, no. Last L. You talked a little bit about it in your L's. It's just really sad to see the end of an era. And an era that, for the most part, for a little while there, I really fucking hated. But overall, I've come to enjoy. And that is the Splash Brothers and the Warriors dynasty has come to an end because Klay Thompson has decided to join up with the Mavericks. And so now it's just Steph and Draymond.
That's crazy. Like, to see who they let walk and who stayed. Like, I wasn't surprised at Jordan Poole.
Yeah.
Wasn't surprised.
One of them had to go.
I am very surprised at Klay Thompson.
I agree.
Very surprised.
Agreed.
Like, I don't even see the logic in saying, okay, yeah, we'll keep Draymond, replace Klay with Buddy Hield, and just, that'll get it done. I mean, and again, no disrespect to Buddy Hield. I love Buddy Hield. He's a really great player. Really good player. I think just from a chemistry standpoint alone, late in games, Klay is not the defender that he was when he once was. And so that obviously is what a lot of people would point to in his value to the Warriors that has been lost. I still think that nucleus of Klay, Draymond,
his scoring output hasn't really been the same either.
It hasn't.
It's been much more consistent. He hasn't been having like
Wiggins,
70-point games.
But now that they have Wiggins and they've had Poole over these years, they haven't been asking for as much of him.
That's true. That's true.
They haven't asked for him as much as offensively as since they got D'Angelo.
Yeah.
They haven't really leaned on him like that. So
for sure.
I don't know, man. I guess I kind of feel for him. What's crazy is that the man took $30 million less to go to the Mavericks.
Hey, he's a good. I think he's a good
fit. Father's franchise and come to the league.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy. He's a good fit for the Mavericks.
4 years for 80, or 5 years for 80, or 3 years for 50 with the Mavs. 50 million sounds nice. I
mean, the Mavericks could have used him in the finals if he was at A1.
Absolutely, the Lakers could use him as well.
They could.
I guess not.
One of those teams were a lot closer.
Now, I wonder what's going on with the Lakers that would make him not want to play with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. What's going on?
Well, maybe Bronny can transform into that Klay Thompson type player.
Could it be that the head coach of the Lakers has as much head coaching experience as I do? He has as much coaching experience as I do. Yeah. JJ coached in a 4th grade basketball team, right? And I coached a 8U flag football team. So I would say that's basically the same.
Yeah.
I feel like that's basically the same. And he wasn't,
That man has an insane basketball IQ, and we know this because he was on the podcast with LeBron James.
But look me in my face and tell me being a great player or even a middling player in the NBA makes you a good NBA coach.
Being a great player. I'm just like bullshitting.
I said coaching experience. We have the same amount of coaching experience, only JJ is the head coach of the Lakers. That is the real nepotism story here. Like Bronny being in the league playing for 2 weeks so that we can get some TV photo ops and then getting kicked down to the G League is one thing. what's egregious is that a man who's never held a clipboard in the NBA is the head coach of the fucking Lakers. That is egregious.
Okay, let's see. Adonis Hardaway says Draymond is way more important than Clay.
I guess you can make that argument now.
Sure, for the time being.
Like today,
as a whole, though, Clay was,
I guess,
way more important.
When there wasn't a time where they were winning a championship where that was true, though.
Yeah,
I don't think you win any of the rings that they won without Klay Thompson. You could probably say the same thing about Draymond. I think they're closer to winning a ring, at least two of them, without Draymond, as opposed to without Klay. If you don't have the Splash Brothers to like kind of change the way teams guard, the way that they play offense, the way that they have to keep up with you offensively.
Yeah.
If you don't have that and you still have Draymond Green, well, now you're just more of a regular basketball team.
You're basically a regular basketball team.
You know what I mean? You're the early 2000s Indiana Pacers with Reggie Miller. That's what you are now. Still a fast-paced, three-point shooting team, good defense, but you are nowhere near what you were in 2015, 2016, 2017.
Here's a question.
2018 with the Warriors.
Who's a better big three? And I want you to take your bias for one certain player out of this completely. Kyrie, Luka, and Klay Thompson, or Embiid, Maxey, and Paul George.
Ooh, it's tough. It's tough. Okay. So with the Mavs, I feel like the balance is a little bit better in that Klay Thompson, if he gives you 16 points a night, he's doing his job.
Yes.
If he can give you a consistent 16, 17 points a game, he's doing his job. And that allows you to put Hardaway Jr. either at the 3 or have him coming off the bench for some extra offensive output. So I think those two guys, their production together gives you what you need to offset Luka and Kyrie offensively. If PJ Washington grows a set and becomes a little bit more consistent, that will help.
That has to happen.
That'll happen as well. I think the problem with the Sixers is that there's going to come a time in that game where they start doubling Embiid, right?
Sure.
They're going to take the ball out of his hands because they're going to have to. Embiid's the guy on that team. It's his team.
Yeah.
When they take the ball out of Embiid's hands, we've already tried it with Maxey and Harden. That didn't necessarily work.
Sure.
Now we got Maxey and George, a guy who's equally as clutch and has really less of a playoff record, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I don't know. Well, I don't know. They're about
even.
That's
what I'm saying. Yeah.
Harden and PG, I feel like they're about even.
Both of them had their runs where they were deep in the playoffs.
Is that much different than what you just had with James Harden a season ago.
A little bit of a taller player, a little
better defender, and he's probably playing with Embiid and Tyrese Maxey is going to have another one of those MVP type regular seasons where his production is really high.
Yeah,
it's just going to be like when they actually need him to take over and be an alpha and close out a game. What are you really expecting to get from Paul George at that point?
That's tough because
the Mavs don't need that from Klay. They don't need him to close out a game.
Yeah,
they don't even really need him to guard the best player on the other side of the floor. You know, they still got Hardaway. They still got PJ Washington. They got other guys there that can defend the wing, other than Klay.
Yeah.
And if Luka Doncic again ever grows a pair and starts playing defense seriously, you know, there's your extra wing defender there. They don't need Klay to do a whole lot. They need him to hit shots.
Yeah.
They need Klay to hit open shots.
Absolutely.
He can do that.
So, I was going to say, when you take Embiid out the game, whether by injury or doubling him, is when Maxey goes off for like these 40-point games and shit. So how does that factor with Paul George? Like, Paul George wants to sit on the side and let Maxey score 40?
I think that it bodes a little bit better for the Sixers. But
does he want to play that?
I don't think that's what he's coming into the situation thinking. I think he's coming into the situation the same way he came in to the Clipper situation, the same way he went to Oklahoma City, the same way he's gone into all of these stops that he's had since leaving Indiana, thinking that he's the guy to make a difference. And I think we've seen the proof in that pudding. I think we've
Maxie's the
seen it.
younger one. You let him be that guy.
I don't think he's trying to let him
Over.
do shit.
Oh, no, I'm saying if I have my choice, I'm letting Maxie score 40.
In PG's head, he's still a top 5 player in the NBA.
He's not. He's just not. He's not.
He thinks he's equal with Joel Embiid in that they're 1A, 1B, and Tyrese Maxey is the young buck they're bringing along. I guarantee you that's how he's thinking.
Now, Maxey's only had one season where he's kind of done this, but he was doing it all season.
Trajectory is a lot better than
I agree with that
at this stage.
I agree with that for sure.
And again, we know when the moment is at its biggest, Paul George is going to give you a great regular season.
Mm-hmm.
In the playoffs, Paul George is going to be who he is going to be. He's going to be inconsistent.
Yeah.
He's going to give you some games where he scores 8 points out of nowhere, probably after a large scoring outburst.
Well, that's fine. Maxey's scoring 40.
Closeout games or game 7s, he's going to be non-existent.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man.
That's who he is.
Let's see.
That's who he's been. You could prove me wrong, but it's unlikely.
It's who he's been, though.
It's who he's been.
I agree with that. Any other thoughts? I think I've covered everything.
That's it for Dubs and Nails. That's our Dubs and Nails for this week. Give us your Dubs and Nails in the comments. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Come back next week for some more Dubs and Nail takes. Every Sunday we are here at 5:30 to give them to you.
Absolutely. And make sure you pop out and show niggas that you fuck with W's and L's by watching the playlist and seeing what we talked about in previous weeks. And then also make sure, like you said, that you join us every Wednesday at 10 o'clock. We will give you another W's and L's.
Bathroom break for your boy.
This man is going to do that walk every chance he gets. Yikes. Oh, shit. All right, we on Behind the Cape?
Sure.
What people talking about? Embiid, if he healthy, 76.
Hardaway's going off of the Mavs? Where did he go?
Y'all doing the DJ Mustard Kendrick Not Like Us dance at the end? Yikes.
I agree with Adonis Hardaway. I think Maxey should be the closer. Watch how it plays out. Let's just watch and see how it plays out.
Paul George is wrestling the ball out of Maxey's hands.
I got to get that shot at the end of the game. You ask CJ Miles how it's going to play out, and you then we'll see if Tyrese Maxey is treated like the alpha dog in the games. We'll see.
Paul George in the East is better than Paul George in the West.
I would say early days, Pacers days, when we thought he was going to be the next one. Sure, maybe.
Why do I feel like there was something I was about to look up? Playoff P all day, baby. Pandemic P. Oh, man. I don't know. Pandemic P or Untucked Kyrie. Oh,
Untucked Kyrie.
When he played for the Cavs and he had his. You remember when they had those short sleeve jerseys?
Yeah.
And he'd have it like basically half untucked. That's when it started. And then I think he went to Boston and he still did that from time to time.
Yeah, no. Anything Kyrie over PG.
I'm sorry, what? Oh, Kyrie over PG.
Yeah,
okay.
Anything Kyrie over PG.
I was like, nigga, what?
If Kyrie was 6'4", he don't even got to be 6'6", 6'7" like PG. If Kyrie was 6'4", he'd be the best basketball player in the league.
Hardaway Jr. plays for the Pistons now.
Damn! Was that a trade or he signed with the Pistons?
I don't know. I just see Pistons. Let's see.
Yeah, I guess if you upgrade to Klay Thompson and give him $50 million, you gotta Clear some space. I thought they had them both still though.
Hardaway was traded alongside 3 future second-round picks to the Detroit Pistons in exchange for Quentin Grimes.
Okay. Interesting.
I am unaware of Quentin Grimes' game. He played for the Knicks and the Pistons. Oh, he only played for the Pistons. I don't even know if he played for the Pistons.
Interesting.
You know, he got traded to the Pistons and then traded from there to the Mavericks. So he only played for the Knicks. Oh well. All right. Anyway, behind the cape. Let me find my notes. First thing we got to talk about. Apparently, HBO Max has put the kibosh on the Arkham Asylum series that they are working on. Any thoughts on that?
Maybe too many Batman variations to go around.
Sure.
I don't know. Maybe they're starting to wake up to, hey, if we have a franchise that's built on a main character, maybe the like offshoot properties don't do as well. Maybe we shouldn't have as many of them.
Yeah. I mean, it does seem like they're gearing up for all the DC material that they're going to put out, but
oh boy,
I mean, I feel like Arkham Asylum series would have been the
pretty
one
good.
to keep.
Yeah.
Me personally. Okay, let me see if I can get an article on this. While I do, seems like you are excited about Now You See Me 3 coming out in November 2025.
I am excited. I like the Now You See Me franchise. The second one was a little bit wacky. Like the first movie was great. First movie was awesome. Second one was a little wacky. We kind of shuffled the cast a little bit. You know what I mean? We made some creative decisions on the new additions there that didn't necessarily mesh with me or necessarily felt like they messed with the chemistry of the group. So I'm excited to see them get another swing at it in 3. It looks like everybody's coming back. Even Mr. Groomer himself, Morgan Freeman, Woody Harrelson, whole gang. So maybe this is the crescendo. This will be the last one.
Could be.
Have you seen both Now You See Me's?
I've seen the first one. I didn't see.
Surprised you've seen the first one. I'll give you that.
That's crazy. Why? Why are you surprised?
What's up?
Why are you surprised? Why are you surprised?
Because you don't watch anything.
I watch everything.
My wife just asked you if you've seen Game of Thrones today, and you said I'm still catching up on that one.
I didn't say that. I said I will eventually watch on it. I'll watch it. I will eventually.
So not that I'm still even catching up.
It's on the.
I will eventually watch it.
It's on the list.
Dog.
It's on the list.
It's been around since we graduated.
Sure.
Like graduated high school.
Sure.
Holy moly.
I mean, first of all, that style of show is not my thing. It's just not. Like, I'm not a huge.
How do you know and you don't watch it?
Well,
how do you know
any kind of
you haven't seen it?
Any kind of medieval.
Again, many of people who are watching Game of Thrones currently, even watching House of the Dragon,
no, that's true.
The same shit, and have realized that that is almost just like a backdrop.
I've heard that as well, which is why I'm willing to give it the chance, but I just have not given it.
Yeah, I've been wanting to give it a chance for the last 13 years.
I was gonna say decade plus.
For the last 13 years.
Decade plus for sure. Okay, so a post has gone viral, basically stating that Anthony Starr, who we know as Homelander from The Boys, bullied his co-actor on the set of The Boys, the actress who played Maeve, supposedly.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Is that why she's not back? We haven't seen her all damn season?
Yeah, according to the post, he bullied her so much that she left the industry. And all of this is being covered up by the showrunners.
Or did she die when she got Soldier Boy out of there?
I don't remember them saying she died, but I do feel like it was kind of
implied.
Like her ending was kind of like.
I mean, but she's impervious, right? She ain't supposed to be able to die because of an explosion. True. Anywho, yeah. Okay, so I guess let's get him out of here. Let's get him dropped by his representation. Let's make sure that whatever the next big project in line for him is canceled, and we label him an abuser. Let's do it. Let's get him out of here. Let's do it promptly.
So
right? Let's not even check up on the story or check the story.
Let's not check up on the story at all.
Nope. Let's go. Get him out of here. Let's go.
Yeah, this is coming
Let's go.
from
Get out of here.
a Instagram user named VaughtHQ, who I guess puts out a lot of information about the boys. So I say take it with a grain of salt. But basically, this person said, I've been running this account for a long time. And you may have noticed I deactivated. Basically, he says he's done with the show because of all the stuff that he's hearing about the bullying of cast members to the point that they leave the industry, covering up for cast abusive behavior, the crew doxing
Homeboy is
him.
actually Homelander? That is crazy.
Yeah, and then he answered in an Instagram story. Did anyone else say about Anthony Starr and Queen Maeve? And he says, yes, a former actor of the show I spoke with regularly told me he bullied Dominique relentlessly and would be very inappropriate with the female guest stars.
Damn.
I'm not saying who told me because that will reveal who this actor is, and it's not fair to reveal them without permission. So there's supposedly another female actress who he's
Homeboy is actually Homelander. That is crazy.
I was told by someone in costumes that Anthony Starr bullied Dominique McElligott so bad that she left the industry and would always fly back home instead of being with the cast because of him.
I knew it. William Moloch had it. She survived, but she lost her powers. And her girlfriend.
Yeah, I remember the girlfriend.
I was I remember seeing her.
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
The last thing he said is he's a bully, a sexist dickhead who has beaten up people on more than one occasion. So,
William Moloch. No, you didn't put yourself in the same boat with Josh, only even worse. He said after he watches Snowfall, he's going to hop on Game of Thrones. Jesus Christ. What do you watch, William Moloch?
You know what, William Moloch?
If you standing in solidarity with him, you part of the I don't watch shit group. Y'all are part of the I don't watch shit clan.
You know what, bro? I might even watch Snowfall again in entirety before I watch Game of Thrones.
Y'all know how Bloods be like Suwu. Y'all be like, I ain't see that. That's like y'all gang call.
I thought it was going
see that.
I thought it was going to like rhyme with Suwu or something.
I ain't see that. Y'all be like, I ain't see that. So William Moloch, if we ever have like a con,
I ain't mean to do that,
or a meetup or some shit like that, y'all gonna be like, I ain't see that.
I was trying to think of what Magic Johnson said in the LA show. I ain't mean to do that.
Anywho, what's up next?
All right. Despicable Me 4 and Maxine have both come out. One's doing very, very well, and the other one's doing not so well. Let's see. Despicable Me 4 opens with 122 million domestically, and the film has already made over 220 million worldwide.
Animation is cleaning up.
It is.
Animation is cleaning up.
That's definitely on pace.
Despicable Me
to do $1 billion.
Yeah. No, it's doing well. It's doing well.
Meanwhile, Maxine
yeah,
opens with 6.3 million domestically.
Which I don't really know how to judge Maxine. It's A24 film. It's a little bit more of an indie horror take.
Mm-hmm.
So it already had a very niche audience as it was.
Agreed.
But Mia Goth is a pretty big star nowadays, so I was a little bit surprised for the opening, even still. This is a movie. This is a franchise really that's going to have better life watching it on linear, on cable, and watching it on streaming services. That I think is going to be a little bit more plentiful than its theater life, just because of the amount of marketing that went into the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Right, like it's not that big of a production, so its life is going to be a little bit more plentiful on streaming services where people can watch it, in the comforts of their home, and have it marketed that way through word of mouth. Kind of how like when something on Netflix pops that in what nobody watching before, or older movie that comes back through the algorithm or whatever. So I think there's a potential for a second life. It may just not be on the silver screen for this one.
Yeah. William Moloch said, I ain't see that. My boy. All right. I want to leave that for probably next to last. Let's talk about Emma Roberts and her bold ass statement. Let me pull it up to quote it. Emma Roberts, who we know was in Madam Web, says that Madam Web would have turned out better if everyone didn't meme about it.
Girl, get on. Like this is the epitome of blaming the effect. like blaming the
blaming
the causation.
no, blaming the
causation
effect
would be
on the cause.
Yeah, there you go. Blaming the effect on the cause.
The cause was the shitty movie you put out.
Would it even be able to be memed to the degree that it was being memed if it were good? Again, people act like they were out here memeing Avengers Endgame negatively.
No,
People act like Avatar got relentlessly dragged online or something. Like, no, good productions are good, and people like them, and they say good things about them.
Yeah, and the movies that are shit get memed negatively, like
Save me,
Madam Web and Mobius.
Save me, your old woman, get off my lawn bullshit. It's still the way it has always been. When people like something, they let you know about it, and when they don't, they don't. You're complaining that they don't like it. Yeah. Now we can talk about why they don't like it. There may even be some legitimate reasons to your favor that we can disqualify for them not liking it. But when you won't even acknowledge the fact that they just straight up don't like it, honestly and truly, even though your friend so much as told us she didn't give a shit about the damn production.
Friends, didn't multiple people?
Yeah,
do
come
that?
on, man.
Sydney Sweeney and the other girl did that, didn't they?
Like, if the star of the production is telling you that they don't give a shit, doesn't that tend to lend to the thinking that maybe the audience doesn't give a shit either? Just maybe. Just maybe.
If it wasn't for internet culture and everything being made into a joke, I think that the reception would have been different. Ooh. And that's what bums me out about a lot of stuff. Even stuff that I've done is people just make such a joke out of everything.
So you are American Horror Story, and everybody and their mom knows, even people who love American Horror Story know that American Horror Story has been down since Coven. Since Coven, it really hasn't been all that watchable of a show. Few highlights here and there. Now they got Kim Kardashian as a regular on there. What are we doing? What are we doing? People don't like your stuff anymore because it's not good anymore. Do better. What happened to meritocracy and pull yourself up for your bootstraps and all that other BS that y'all tell black people? Work harder, motherfucker. Work harder. Stop complaining.
For certain people, that got thrown out the window when social media came around and Stan accounts started being a thing.
My God. Meritocracy, my ass.
Okay.
What's going on, Mr. Layton?
Oh, what'd he say?
Just said he made it back.
Oh. She missed her calling as a comedian. Oh, she was serious?
No, she was serious. She's dead ass.
Dead serious. All right, let's talk about Giancarlo Esposito and his new role as George Washington Carver.
Yo, fam, I'm offended for you. Why did you take this?
Oh, you didn't... George Washington Carver?
Oh, George Washington Carver. No, that's not his name.
He's going to destroy
not George Washington
Captain
Carver.
America with a peanut.
This is not George Washington.
You have a peanut allergy.
It is George Washington Garver?
That's George Washington Bridge.
I
don't know. I've never. Well, obviously, lesser known character. I'm assuming
has ties to Cable.
But why are you wasting Giancarlo Esposito on a character nobody knows?
Taking this role. This is one of those you say no, thank you. Now, at least he is a black man. He's a black man. We're not race swapping, guys.
Yeah.
Whew! We avoided that. We dodged that bullet. But just like such a unknown character. Now, again, MCU differs from comics in so many different ways. So maybe they have intentions of blowing this up and making it bigger than what it's been in the comics. I have the slightest bit of a clue why he needs to be in a Captain America movie.
Do we know what relation he has to Cable?
He fought with Cable, I think, or hunted Cable.
He is Cable's black friend.
I think he hunted Cable or something. I don't know. It had something to do with Strife, Cable's evil.
And at that point, because he's old, I'm assuming we're talking about old Cable, which
would mean the future. Which, again, I have no clue what the fuck we're doing here.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't
not
know.
Doom, not Norman Osborn, sure as hell not Professor X. Which I didn't want Professor X, but even still, definitely not that. Far cry.
Sure.
George Washington Bridge. Thank God we got that, because Lord knows we couldn't survive in the MCU without a George Washington Bridge.
No, but seriously, I would have been much more excited about this if it was George Washington Carver.
What if it's a pump out? What if it's a pump fake and he's playing somebody else? Ooh, you got to throw that in there for the.
Yes, you do. You do have to throw that in there.
What if it's a fake out?
Okay, so like Up and Away, where their weakness was aluminum foil, I think it would be funny if this was George Washington Carver and he's a
Okay,
villain
no,
and Sam
no.
has a peanut allergy and
George
he just
Washington
destroys.
Bridge, Greg.
I would watch that. That's like Tubi movies that are terrible, but it's good because it's funny and it's terrible. I would watch that. That would get me to go watch Captain America.
Sam.
So I'm just throwing that out there. All right. Anyway, the last thing we need to discuss. I thought I was going to discuss it next to last, but I guess not. John Cena retired, kind of, sort
There
of.
you go, Jason. I was getting ready to tell you to hold on, but I knew we was going to it next. Yep. So yeah, man.
WWE Superman.
That's
That's what we're calling John Cena.
If you're a fan, anyways, let him have it. My thing with this is that I feel like it's not an actual retirement. I feel like it's I'm going to focus on the other aspects of my career full time now. I will only show up, every 5.5, 6 years.
Yeah, no.
This is going to be his last WrestleMania, though.
Anybody that says anything like this in WWE is setting themselves to come back up at some point.
Yeah, he's definitely coming back.
Nobody
he said
ever-
it's going to be his last WrestleMania.
Nobody's ever completely done with the WWE.
No, he's not going to be completely done. He'll show up every now and again when his name is invoked or something like that. They need a boost, some shit like that. But I don't think he's going to be. Well, first of all, I don't think he wants to be around for the Vince aftermath.
Mhm.
Whatever's going to come from
Sure.
the Vince McMahon
That's probably a smart
stuff,
move.
I don't think he wants to be around for that. Let that dissipate.
Mhm.
Then I can have a triumphant return.
Once a new owner is. See, everybody brings that up. I am more of a fan. That's when he was wearing the camo shirts and no. Bring back John Cena with the throwback jerseys, the lock chain, and he was talking about Thugonomics in the theme song with the denim jean shorts. With the jorts.
Jean shorts.
Well, he always wore jorts. Yeah, he always wore jorts. But throwback jersey, freestyling on the mic, straight buffoonery on the mic with the lock chain. That's the John Cena. If you want to call WWE Superman, that's the John Cena I want. That's my John Cena.
Cosplay on 1,000.
Hashtag not my John Cena.
Drake's favorite wrestler.
Yeah, because he probably ghost wrote for Drake at some point. Yeah,
it's a rock retirement. I agree with him a lot.
Vince only wanted Dark Me anyway. It's crazy.
Ooh, shit.
He should say the next match I lose is my final one. That would pop rating. That would. Hey, I'm still.
Hey, no, that actually, and I'm thinking about that. That would be hard to just go on a spree. Him challenging the biggest names in WWE on his way out, like that is a WWE farewell tour.
I'm still sick. Undertaker lost in a WrestleMania.
They had to do that. They didn't have to do it. They should have just let the man not come back. Anyways, don't bring up
that pissed me off.
Don't bring up bad memories. Yeah, give me Brock, give me The Rock, give me Roman Reigns, give me Cody, give me is CM Punk back in WWE?
I don't think so.
Punk. What about
CM
Daniel
Punk
Bryan?
is-
Is he there?
I don't know that name.
Whoever the most popular names in wrestling for the last 10 years have been, he should try to go on a farewell tour and say exactly what Chill just said. I'm going to wrestle until I
maybe he
lose,
is
and then
on
that's gonna be
WWE
my final
again.
match. Goldberg, bring Bill Goldberg back out. What's Big Show doing? Bring Big Show back out. Have a Big Show rematch.
Well, it's the Big Show.
There's a big man show tonight.
Did you say Kane?
The Big Show. Kane's been he's been
a
an
politician
enigma to
now,
me
so,
since
like-
he took off the mask permanently. Like I don't
He took
like
off the
it.
mask and became
I don't
Glenn
want it.
Jacobs.
Yeah, I don't want it. I don't want it. Now, if you're gonna put the joint back on where he had the hair connected to the mask, right? You're gonna put that shit back on.
That shit
Hell
was
yeah.
insane. Why? Why is it that? Ooh, Randy Orton.
Yep,
Randy Orton's
get
doing-
Randy Orton in there.
The Hardy Brothers.
He's gonna fight them both.
Yes.
And
the Dudley
I would
brothers.
tune back into wrestling for that. If John
The
Cena
Dudley
was going on
Brothers and the Hardy
a
Brothers
farewell tour
in a
he was gonna
TLC match.
wrestle until he lost.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
The
Let's do-
Dudleys and the Hardys in a
Somebody
TLC
call
match.
up Hunter. Somebody call up Hunter and let him
Somebody
know.
called
Yeah.
Devon Dudley.
Is he in the front office?
No, I just want to say Devon Dudley.
Anyways,
Oh man, somebody call up the Good Father. Do you remember that?
Yes, it is.
Had a whole ass pimp. Like he literally walked out with hoes.
Oh my god.
Oh man, I miss wrestling. I should start watching wrestling again. That shit was funny.
Oh man.
Woo. Anyway,
Remember we don't need you hoes? Remember that?
no, I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
That's not a thing.
We don't need you hoes.
All right, it's been real. It's been real. Shout out to everybody on the live. Shout out to the what do we have? 17, 18 people.
Oh damn, you late as hell, Tony Robinson. Yeah. We had peaked about 22.
Stunning Steve Austin versus Rocky Maivia is crazy. No, sir. Or Triple H before he was when he was like some what the fuck was he? He was
I
like
don't know
some
what he
rich, but like
he had bleach blonde hair.
yeah, that weird shit.
It was a weird time.
Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle, bring back Kurt Angle.
The meme.
No, bring back the Kurt Angle where he had.
Did you close out Behind the Cape?
Nah, bro, we still talking to the fans. About
Thank you for watching Behind the
They
Cape.
want to talk to us about.
Come back every
WWE.
Sunday at 5:30. We will be here
They wanna
streaming
know
again.
our memories.
Like, share, and subscribe. Give us your thoughts. See you next Sunday.
All right, sway in the morning.
I hear like I'm young. You better ever go to Cell Block 1. If you're a girl that talk to him and you in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him.